Hello, fellow traders. How are you? Hope you're having a good trading day. I am still wrestling Euro Canadian dollar, and I'll tell you about it shortly, guys. All right. So I'm still wrestling that bad boy. We'll also, so we'll take a look at the trade that I'm in, guys. But most importantly, we will answer all of your questions, guys. So the live stream is your opportunity to ask me as many questions as you like about trading. All right. And anything, guys, it can be a currency pair, it can be support and resistance, it could be market structure, it could be psychology, money management, strategy, anything you like, guys. All right, so don't be shy, ask as many questions as you like. Let's see who's in the house. All right, so Bat from Mongolia, how are you? Michael, afternoon, my friend. Greg, g'day, mate. There's my terrible Australian accent there, Greg. Hope you're enjoying the cruise. So we will take a look at all of these things, guys. Noor, hi, Noor. Well done, mate, on Aussie dollar, US dollar. Great little trade, selling that. CJ, yo, Tom, good afternoon. I'm off to get some poached eggs. Very nice. Poached eggs, not easy to do. You've got to get, when I do it, they sort of just go everywhere in the pan. And I really like English muffins with a bit of salmon and a poached egg. That is breakfast of champions, that. So there you go. CJ, 2 days at the other CJ. Yeah, 2 days in a row. Are you sick, CJ? Yeah, how comes you've joined us for 2 days on the trot? Travis Hawkins, how are you? And a member, Travis, I see. So welcome to the membership. Thanks for supporting us. Imaginary, hello. Godwin, good day, Godwin. Matthew, VIP crew. Colin, how are you, mate? 19 Aki. Okay. It sounds like some sushi. How are you? Double CJ. If one CJ wasn't enough, we've got two of them. Double trouble. Double impact. I believe that was a Jean-Claude Van Damme film. Right, guys. So let's take a look at Euro Canadian dollar, which is sort of being a little bit of the bane of my life at the moment. And I'm going to explain why it's been tricky to trade. All right. And also, guys, just to sort of open, the last week has been a tough week, guys. I don't know if you've been feeling, getting the same, but we've had a lot of breakdowns. We think the market is moving in one direction and then it whips back in the other direction. These have been tricky market conditions for me to trade. And the last week, we've had more losing trades than winning trades, guys. Okay, so there you go. It's going to happen. You just got to keep doing the right things, keep following your strategy. And that's it, guys. All right. So let's start with Euro Canadian dollar, because I'm going to. I've just seen that. CJ, Tom will see EURCAD and Euro Pound on tomorrow's analysis. Probably, CJ. I'm seeing Euro Canadian dollar and Euro Pound in my sleep, like waking up in cold sweats. It's normally Gal Gadot, but it's EURCAD instead at the moment. But let's explain, guys, right? So why have I found it difficult, right? And we're going to look at Euro Canadian dollar and Euro Pound to answer this. You'll be glad to know, as if we haven't prattled on enough about them. But don't get bored, guys, because there's going to be some good lessons and reasons why this is happening, right? So Euro Canadian dollar, the trade idea has not changed. Yeah. Okay. The trade idea has not changed. We was in a downtrend and now we're in a range. Okay. And we find ourselves in this range from here to here. All right. So if we're in a downtrend, stroke range, it makes sense to look for sells from this level. Okay. First and foremost. As soon as it breaks this level, I am totally bloody wrong, okay? And my analysis was wrong, and it breaks this level, we're off to the upside potentially, okay? But as this level holds, we're still looking for sells. And as you can see, yesterday's candle was still, not super bearish because of this bottom candle, but look at these top wicks. There's still lots of sellers there. And now if we drop down to the H4, because there's a couple of things here as well, guys. Really I should expect this, all right? And perhaps my type was a little bit tight today. But basically, let me explain my entry first of all. Okay, so if we go down to the H1, yeah, we was at such a nice H4 level, yeah, through here. Sorry, if we go back to the H4, guys, you can see there was a really nice level through here where price had been reacting. So we had a nice grey zone, okay, and we was in a H4 downtrend, okay, and on the H1. Yeah, I basically said if these last H1 highs hold, yeah, then I'm going to take this trade because we're at a nice area, yeah, and this trade, the H1 highs have held. So it's actually this candle here that was the catalyst. Admittedly, it's not super bearish, but the fact that it was at a nice H4 level and it held onto these H1 highs, all right? That's why I was looking to sell it back down to here. All right. My stop was just after this psychological 47,000. It was at 1.4706. All right. So up here. All right. I've already closed this hedge. All right. And I've got a new hedge up here. Okay. So this, if it comes and hits this, I'm increasing risk. So this is where we're at the moment. And H1 has clearly broken. Yeah, I mean, it's in an uptrend. But H4, again, is still in a downtrend. It is until, we've come all the way down and we've retraced to this level, but it's just kept going. But, these are the last highs here. All right, so this too could be a very good area for sells on Euro Canadian dollar, without sounding like a broken record. So that's where I'm at. Okay, I've moved my stop to here. Okay, my hedge. All right, so I want to see a nice bearish reaction in here. But why is it difficult to trade? Because of this. Yeah, if I go back in time, yeah, and we saw this. Yeah, we've broken out of a channel, and we've broken out of this channel, and we've broken this low on the H4. Yeah, that is a break of structure at an important resistance level. Perhaps we get a bit of a retrace and then we come lower. But if we just play this on, the retraces we're getting, are crazy, really. After such a nice breakdown in structure, again, perhaps more for me, we don't expect price to retrace back to the highs like it did, okay? And then the same's happening again now, right? Price has broken down, yeah? Again, we're at these last highs, a very nice resistance level, as it keeps proving. We've had a great big move down, breaking H4 lows. Yeah, we've got room to move into. Even here, we had a very nice retrace here to the moving average 20. Lots of people would potentially be selling at this level. All right. But again, yeah, look what happens to price. It just keeps not breaking down. The breakdown is not following through. That's the problem. Yeah. Normally, when you see a market breakdown, I mean, that's quite a severe case, or break up, it stays broken. Yeah, like, let's say we were looking at this area. Yeah, we get a break, and price breaks and continues. Whereas we've had breaks and then massive moves back down. So that's what's made Euro Canadian dollar difficult recently, guys. And it's the same with Euro pound. Yeah, how many times on the H1 did this you know, tell us it was coming down. Okay, so even here, guys, yeah, so we had price come up, it started breaking down, yeah, breaking these lows, and then it just built back up, right? And then bang, it broke back down. Bet lots of people were entering in here to come lower, but no, it's still pushing higher. And then, you know, CPI news happened, and look at that reaction. So euro pound has finally come down, and you know, we're from my trade's perspective, we want euro Canadian dollar to do the same. Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's my 2 pence worth on EURCAD and euro pound. You probably haven't heard me speak about those two for a while, so I thought I'd bring them up. Okay, Mick. Hi, Tom. How are those You Don't Have to Be Warren Buffett t-shirts going? Speak to the editor, guys. Yeah, the editor is on merchandise. Yeah, t-shirts. I don't know what else we want. Hoodies. Yeah, maybe bandanas like Hulk Hogan. I'm only joking. I don't know, guys. Yeah, but the editor's on it. So, yeah, have a go at the editor. Say, editor, where are my t-shirts? Right, what else are we looking at, guys? Juan, how are you? Good morning, Tom. Morning, Juan. US dollar 30, if you can, Tom. We can do that for you, CJ, no problem. Yeah, Juan, exact euro Canadian dollar. I sold it yesterday and I was stopped out. Yeah, because it breaks down and then it comes back up. It breaks down and then it shoots back up. This is the problem we've been having because, you know, basically how I trade is I get a retrace, I wait for a breakdown. Yeah, but if that breakdown isn't sustained, chances are you might get stopped out or the trade's going to go against you quite a bit at least. Daniel, afternoon, Daniel. Angus, where the hell have you been, Angus? Good to have you back. Welcome back to the channel. And Leanne, can we have a look at oil, please? All right, yeah, let's do that. We're going to start with CJ. CJ wanted to look at the US dollar 30. Okay, so let's take a look at the Dow Jones. Let's do a top-down approach, guys. Yeah, let's start with the weekly chart. So crazily overbought. Yeah, if you consider, you know, not that I'm a fundamental trader, as you well know, but if you consider, you know, the economy and all this talk about a recession and a soft landing and all this type of thing, you know, the indices are not reflecting that. These are at all-time highs. Yeah, craziness. But first and foremost, you know, we're in an uptrend. Yeah, you don't need to be Warren Buffett. Okay, but you're just not going to be looking for buys up here. There is no value whatsoever. Even if the market carries on for another 12 years in that direction, I don't care. There is no value there. Okay, so, you know, maybe price comes back down to here, moving average 20 catches up, you know, then we can look for buys. All right, but weekly chart in an uptrend, but crazily overbought. All right, so potentially, you know, if the day chart is breaking down, we could look for sells. So let's drop down to the day chart now, and it's like on the brink of breaking down. Okay, so if we look at the Dow Jones right now, yeah, you can see we are in an uptrend. Yeah, we clearly are, but we stopped making higher highs. Yeah, always a red flag, that, guys. I don't know if I've mentioned that enough as well, but always a red flag. If we stop making higher highs and combine that with bearish candles, yeah, ever since it's touched this high, look at these candles, bearish, look at buyers, pathetic. Yeah, sellers, okay? So that alone is telling me we could get a break of this level, okay? So if we put this level in, so we can see it. All right. So yeah, I would be interested in the Dow Jones. Yeah, if we get a break of this level, yeah, and we can start coming lower. If we look at the H4 now, you know, even so, that level is important. Even we had this super bullish H4 candle. Look at this green H4 candle. Yeah, and there was no momentum upwards, like none. And sellers have just pushed it lower. All right, so it'd be really interesting to see what happens down here today. But yeah, I mean, you know, I would not be buying this from this level as yet. Nothing's telling me to buy this level. And if anything, I'd be waiting for a breakdown of this level. Yeah, get a breakdown, retest, and then we can start selling. So potentially a trade for me in, you know, in a day or so. And but basically when we get a break of this daily level here. You know, on the day chart, if we started getting, you know, a very bullish reaction here, let's say we got a nice big, you know, candle that looked like that and a big bullish green candle. My candles are getting worse. Then potentially, you know, we could take price back up to these highs. Yeah, perhaps we find ourselves in a bit of a range. But if we go back to that weekly chart, it's just so overbought. Yeah, it almost has to have. It doesn't have to do anything, but it, you know, like physics said, this has to have a bit of a drop, at least, for people to start buying it again. All right, so yeah, that's my couple of pence on the Dow Jones, CJ. And guys, if you enjoy my analysis, and you enjoy the live stream, my analysis vids, then please come join the channel. We'd love to have you. If you could subscribe to the channel right now and also smash the like button, yeah, much appreciated, guys. While you smash the like button, I'm going to have a drink. It's better before I sound like Barry White. Right, everyone wants to look at the indices today. Okay, and also let's have a look. So Leanne wanted to look at oil. All right, let's take oil is just a mess. Yeah. If we just look at the chart here, guys. So where are we? Where is oil? Oil. Yeah, I mean, just firstly, this is the weekly chart, and we're between a bit of a, you know, a rock and a hard place. And just look at those weekly candles. Yeah, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a month and a half, oil hasn't really moved. Yeah, it just doesn't. It's just in a complete box of indecision. Yeah, so that is pretty untradeable for me. All right, just to, you know, who's going to win that battle? Yeah. You know, buyers or sellers. The truth is we don't know. We want to see a break one way or the other. Okay. Let's have a look at the day chart now, and it's not much better. Yeah. Again, if we just look at this from here down to here, yeah, just, you know, sellers, buyers, sellers, buyers, sellers. You know, your guess is as good as mine. We might as well flip a coin. Yeah, with oil. Yeah, should we buy it? Should we sell it? Let's flip a coin. Because, you know, the price action's awful. Again, would need a break either side. Okay, and even if we did get a break to the downside, we're immediately into support anyway. Whereas if we get a break to the upside, potentially we've got a bit of room. So oil could be difficult to trade for some time. Okay, I don't know what happened there, what buttons I'm pressing. If we drop down to H4, let's look at some clues. Okay, there are none. Yeah, you know, H4 uptrend, right? Price could be breaking up. No, it's not. H4 downtrend. Yeah, it's just, yeah. So Leanne, for me, this is very untradeable at the moment. Yeah, until I get a break one way or the other. Yeah, so oil, unless you scalp on the 5-minute chart or the 15-minute chart, you might have some entries in and around here. But for me, I want a firm direction for me to start trading it. Right, who else have we got in the house? Mehi, afternoon from the UK, my motherland. How's the weather in the UK? I ask because I know it's terrible and I am in sunshine. I'm only joking. Okay, so CJ's in a short on the Dow Jones. Okay, you really want a break of that low, CJ. Angus, can we have a look at the Nikkei? Also had a breakdown. Yeah, all right, let's take a look at the Nikkei. Dexter, how are you? Brett, how are you, mate? Okay, let's take a look at the Nikkei. Guys, before I look at the Nikkei, let me just mention something. So above my head, you can see that we have partnered up with My Flash Funding, which are a prop firm challenge provider. All right, guys, we've teamed up with them, and they are willing to give you 22.5%, very precise, 22.5% off any challenge if you use code simply, guys. All right, so that's 22.5% off any challenge with My Flash Funding if you use code simply. All right, and that is running until the end of the month. All right, so yeah, if you're looking for a prop firm challenge, look no further. Use the code, guys. Check it out. Right, the Nikkei. Let's take a look. Yes, the Nikkei is breaking down wonderfully. Yeah, yeah, you know, this is, and if I'm struggling to control my excitement. We could have a very nice trade setting up here, right? So let's look at it from a weekly point of view, first of all. Yeah, my God, this could be beautiful. Okay, why am I so excited? Let me explain, right? First of all, yeah, weekly is in an uptrend. Yeah, I get that. I'm not overly infused about that. But what I do like is we have so much room to the downside here. Okay, yeah, we have so much room back down to this level. All right, you know, if we get a nice weekly bearish candle as well, that would also be nice to see on the weekly. Because the daily, oh no, I was not looking, I was looking at the H4. Okay, I'm less excited now. Yeah, it's really peed on my bonfire there. I thought I was looking at the daily chart there. So weekly, guys, is in an uptrend, right? And daily I thought was breaking down, but it just isn't. You know, if I was to trade this, obviously there's no value up here. You want to buy this, yeah, the Nikkei, yeah, because we're in an uptrend, yeah, and you know we just want to retrace, and then we can potentially keep buying this. But we're just not going to buy it up here. If price, you know, we've already pinpointed this weekly level. If price got to here, this would be a very nice level for buys. Will it retrace all the way to here? Don't know, because you know this move is so strong. All right, but what we are seeing are sellers come into the market. All right, this daily candle obviously hasn't finished forming, but you know if the daily candle finished like this, then potentially there's a bit of room to the downside. I wouldn't trade against the day trend. Okay, so I wouldn't be looking for sells here. I would be waiting for a retrace to value, and then we can start buying it. But if you said, Tom, you have to trade this, otherwise we are going to pull your toenails out, then I would sell it, because what I just saw on the H4, not only are we getting a bearish daily candle, I would need to see that finish. Okay, and then if we turn up tomorrow and we look at the H4, you can clearly see there's a really nice level in here. Yeah, and also on the H4, price is coming up, but we've stopped making higher highs. How many times do I mention that that's a red flag? If it doesn't make higher highs and we get a candle like this, yeah, chances are these lows will break. Sure enough, they've broken. Yeah, so if I was to trade this, the daily candle's very bearish. I wait for a retrace up into here somewhere, maybe even the moving average 20. Yeah, and then we'll look to sell this. All right, if I had to trade it, but please bear in mind that is against day trend and weekly trend. You are just trading the retrace. And if you're going against trend, guys, I know some people doing the VIP, you know, that I'm not against the idea, but I don't think you can be too pushy with your targets. Yeah, if you're against trend, you know, if you get a bit of profit, take some, because you're against trend. The market could quickly go back with trend. All right, so yeah, Nikkei, if I had to, I would start selling it because of this breakdown. So yeah, Angus, I hope that helps. Dexter, how you doing? I'm doing well, my friend. The Daniel, the best place I've been to is the Colosseum with my beautiful apple. Okay. Yeah, the Colosseum in Italy. I've never been. I would love to go. I love the film Gladiator. Can we look at gold? Yeah, we can look at gold. Who else we got in, guys? Mehi, it's freezing in the UK. I want to say good, but I won't. It's currently 6 degrees, minus 6 degrees in Scotland. Just the thought of that has sent a chill down my spine. I don't mind -6 if there's a bit of snow and you can have a snowball fight, you know, or make a snowman, or just, we used to just roll a snowball until it was humongous. We actually blocked a road once because it was that big. Only a small road. Vegas, baby. Yeah, okay. I've been to Vegas a couple of times and I don't remember any of it. So, right, guys, what we're going to look at? We're going to look at gold for Daniel. Okay, let's take a look at gold. Let's start with the weekly chart. Before we take a look at gold, guys, if I could just ask everyone, if you haven't already, please come and join our trading community. Yeah, there's traders just like you, like-minded traders. You can share ideas, bounce trades off each other. Yeah, so come join our trading community. Come join the free Discord channel. Also, guys, we offer a VIP Discord channel, okay? As part of this, you get access to me throughout the trading day, as in you can ask me questions. I give you my trade ideas as and when they happen. And most importantly, guys, you get access to the Trading Academy, which is full of tutorials and will help improve you as a trader. We've also got a performance coach. We test drive strategies, loads of cool things, guys. Come check it out. Also, guys, if you would like to be coached one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email and we'll send you the details of the mentorship program. And finally, guys, if you would like to show your support for the channel, if you watch the analysis vid every day, the live streams, you enjoy the content, then you can become a Simply Forex YouTube member. We've got supporter and gold membership, and the perks are you get the daily morning analysis vid earlier than everyone else. We give you a weekly tutorial, and you also get priority questions during the live streams. All right, and I think that's like $2 a month or something. So check it all out, guys. The editor will hook you up. Right, what else? Yeah, gold. Sorry, guys, what else we're looking at? We know what we're looking at. We're looking at gold. Let me have a drink. I'm doing a lot of talking. Guys, next Tuesday, by the way, I've got a really good guest for you. We'll tell you about it more closer to the time. Right, weekly chart. Yeah, we can see on gold, this weekly level has held. All right. Not only did it hold, yeah, look at that weekly bearish candle. It's like the elephant in the room. It's hard to ignore. Even if I look at price action in here, you can't help but see this humongous weekly bearish candle. You know, it can't help but play on your mind when you look at gold. But what are we seeing? Yeah, that aside, we are in an uptrend. Excuse me. You know, potentially here like this. We're in an uptrend. But again, we've stopped making higher highs, all right? And we're at an important resistance level with sellers. Could this be the point that gold breaks down? So that's what we're seeing on the weekly, all right? So here, really, you're between a bit of a rock and a hard place. hence this weekly doji. Yeah, price doesn't know what to do with itself. If we drop down to the day chart now, you know, would you, okay, I'm going to ask you guys, well, is it clear? Let's ask you guys. Yeah, daily chart on gold, is that an uptrend, a downtrend, or a range? Yeah, what would you say, guys, on gold? Only the daily chart, uptrend, downtrend, or a range? Answers on a postcard to Simply Forex, Dubai, where it's not -6 degrees. Angus, I was very excited by that news. Adnan, I'll answer your question in a minute. And the answer's no. Right, so everyone is saying a range. Brett, range. Adnan, range. Travis, range. Daniel, range. Mehi, ranging, but overall bullish. So you guys are pretty unanimous. Yeah, any more for any more? Any more takers? Too late will be the cry. Lock, stock, and two smoking barrel reference. All right, guys, so ranging. Difficult to disagree with you. Yeah, let's follow structure. Yeah, it is a great film. I love Lock, Stock, and yeah, brilliant film. I love Guy Ritchie as a director. So here, uptrend. Yeah, we've broke these highs. We're in an uptrend. This is the last low. Okay, price has come down. You know, do you just do that, or do we include that? See, it's not that clear. Let me just explain that one more time. Okay, so we're in as I've stopped this yellow line right here, we're in an uptrend, but obviously we're hitting resistance. And then from this point, is it a case of that? Yeah, is that where we are? Or is it just a case of that? Okay, so it's a little bit subjective and not easy to establish. But what is clear is that there is a level here. So perhaps we can include that. And as you say, guys, we found ourselves in a little bit of a range. Okay, so why is that? Yeah, you know, because, you know, really you just need to understand, you know, if the market is a buy or a sell. But, you know, also if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can understand the psychology of the market. All right, because that's what all these candles are built on, the psychology of the market, right? So why is it ranging? Well, we know this is a weekly level, so we have weekly sellers, and we know this was the last daily swing low, and there's support here. So we have here, we have daily buyers. Here, we've got weekly sellers. And what's happening is just this. Yeah, it may stay in this for a while, you know, or it might break one way or the other. Yeah, you know, the problem is, guys, sometimes with these breaks as well, yeah, is this, you know, if it breaks this level, we're immediately into resistance. So we don't have a trade anyway. You know, imagine just trading gold. You could be waiting like 5 months to trade this. Yeah. Whereas if we break to the downside, there's a bit of room to move into. Okay. You know, and if you think of that big weekly reaction and we're not making higher highs, then, you know, arguably gold, you know, because we're not making higher highs, the facts are telling us that this could break down and then we can start selling. But, you know, trading the range, you could, yeah, you could, you know, look for buys here, yeah, look for sells here, yeah, but my inclination, because of that weekly chart, is that, you know, we'll eventually break. And, you know, are we getting lower highs? So it's an interesting one to study, gold, and that's what we're seeing. All right. So for me, I would like to trade it a breakdown from here. That would be the first idea, back down to here, or price comes back up to the top of this range, and then we get a bearish reaction. I'd also consider selling that. I'm not so interested in buying the bottom of the range. So there you go, guys. That is gold. You are gold. Haven't sung that for a while. You're probably thinking, thank God he hasn't. So yeah, that's gold, guys. We had a question here. Adnan was saying, hi, Tom. Do you think that someone can be too young to start trading? The answer is no. Sorry, too young. Sorry, that's different. I thought you meant too old. Hi, Tom. Do you think someone could be too young to start trading? Before I get in trouble with like parents around the world, you know, when you're young, just focus on, you know, getting your education, and then once you've got to a certain point and you've got a few qualifications, then decide what you want to do. Yeah, you know, don't get into trading when you're 15. You might become a million, you know, and don't listen to the naysayers, yeah, as Arnold Schwarzenegger always says. But, you know, as a safety net, you know, get educated, get some qualifications, and then do what the hell you like after that. Your parents will be happy. If you want to go into trading after that, do it. Yeah. Having said that, if you started trading at 15, you might be a millionaire by 18, or you might have lost a shirt on your back. So yeah, you're never too young or too old to do anything, but, you know, yeah, prioritize, I would say, when you're that young. You know, get educated. That's what I'm going to say to my daughter, get educated. Then I'm going to chuck her in front of a screen and make her stare at gold all day. I'm not really going to do that. But if she wanted to be a trader, that would be absolutely fine, by the way. You know, it can be a very nice, freeing lifestyle. You know, you're sort of your own boss, you know, and you can take a day off here and there. You know, there's lots of negatives as well about trading. You know, it can be, you know, a little bit lonely. It can be, you know, stressful if you have a string of losing trades. But you've just got to believe in the bigger picture, and you know, your edge will play out. But, you know, pros and cons to trading. Maybe we should do a vid on that. Editor, remind me. That'd be quite a good vid to do. Right, what else are we looking at, guys? Are there any other trades that you would like to look at? I'm going to tell you something that I'm looking at now, but please get more questions over to me, guys. I'm happy to, you know, take as many questions as possible. Because we've had this dollar index, yeah, if I go back, so my analysis vid this morning was all about US dollar strength. Yeah, which is what we're seeing here. You know, dollar index was in a downtrend, choppy, crappy, pooey, crappy price action, and then we got a break. Yeah, this daily candle has broken out of these highs and just this funk. Yeah, so we are seeing dollar strength, and dollar strength would lead us to believe that price could get to here. Yeah, price wants to find these gray zones. Okay, that's a strategy all on its own, just gray zone hunting. Again, another vid. Editor, remind me, gray zone hunting. That'll be a good vid. So based on this strength we're seeing, and also remember, you know, when I spoke to you this morning, we were looking at euro, US dollar, because this, you know, this daily candles broken out of these lows. We were looking at US dollar, Swiss franc, because again, we've broken these highs with this bullish candle here. So for all of these reasons, I am considering pound US dollar. Okay. And you're probably thinking, Tom, you're a madman, because it hasn't broken down, right? It hasn't broken down. Yeah, we are technically in a range, right? Really. But there's a couple of things here that I like. I like the fact that I just showed you that US dollar is strong, and against other major pairs, right? And if you look at this, you know, we have had, you know, potentially a head and shoulders. This is the shoulder, this is the head, this is the shoulder. And if you're not totally convinced by that, we've definitely had lower highs. Yeah, fact. All right, we've got lower highs here. All right, so we've got lower highs, potentially a head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, and it keeps hitting this level. Yeah, keeps hitting it. Okay, keeps hitting it. And we've got a very nice big bearish candle. All right, and we're below the moving average 20. Okay, now if we drop down to the H4, just look at that gorgeous level. Yeah, it's a really nice level. Again, look at this candle. This is news driven. Yeah, you know, normally I wouldn't be keen on selling a H4 candle that looks like that, but it's news driven because the CPI figures were far better than expected. But just look at that level. Look at that H4 candle pinging off the moving average 20. It's at a nice support resistance level. Yeah, and I bet, just looking at, I bet it's at a nice fib level. We go to the last high, take it down to the last low. Yeah, look at that. It's at the 0.5 fib. So I'm liking the look of this pound US dollar. Let's go down to lower time frames and see what we're seeing there, see if it sort of supports our idea. And the H1, not really. I mean, you know, H1 is in an uptrend. Yeah, but you know, look, you know, before the news came out, you know, we were getting selling candles, selling candle. You know, sellers are coming into the market. Let's perhaps drop down to the M15. You know, perhaps if we get a break through here, an M15 structure break, I may consider selling this. Okay, so if price comes up, you can see M15 structure. The market has shown its hand in terms of this level. Yeah, if we get something like this, we get a break these lows, I will consider selling pound US dollar. I'm going to put an alarm in. Add alert. There you go. So we'll see, guys. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So keep an eye on that, guys. Okay, right. Let's. Brett wants to look at yen pairs, and yen pairs are interesting. I didn't put this in my analysis vid because I was focusing on US dollar pairs, but yen pairs are interesting, right? And let's explain why. So let's look at the nearest one: New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. There's so many contradictions, right? And guys, before I look at this yen pair, first of all, if you could please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we would love to have you, and you can have my trade ideas and analysis every day. And also, guys, if you could please smash the like button. Yeah, really helps support the channel. And also, guys, if you're looking for a prop firm challenge right now, then check out above my head. We have 22.5% off with our prop firm partner, My Flash Funding. So 22.5% off any challenge up until the end of January if you use code SIMPLY. All right, so check it out. Okay, guys, yen pairs. Let's look at them all broadly, right? So if we look at weekly chart on Canadian dollar yen, right? Yeah, downtrend. Yeah, and this high, they've held. Those wicks have held. Okay, downtrend. Let's look at euro yen. Not a downtrend, but again, if we go back in time, yeah, because this week is just forming, you know, potentially this level through here is holding here. And you can see the wick on this weekly candle has closed back into all of these highs, which seem to be holding. Yeah, if we come back to real time, obviously it's shooting up a little bit as we speak. New Zealand yen, yeah. This and Aussie dollar yen is a little subjective, right? You know, on this weekly chart, are we seeing this? Therefore, uptrend, higher lows, higher highs, or are we seeing this? Yeah, and again, look, this level here on the weekly chart is holding. So there's lots of, you know, contradiction. And if we look at the day chart, I mean, clear uptrend. Yeah, you know, New Zealand yen, it's clearly in an uptrend. But again, look how price is reacting at this level. You know, this level is very important. All right. And if we look at another one, CAD yen. Okay, less so with that one. Let's look at Euro yen. Okay, and not so much with that one. This is clearly uptrending as well. But it's just those weekly charts that are making me a little reluctant to buy yen pairs, although they are all in a daily uptrend. Yeah, they all are pretty much. Yeah, all of them, I think. Yeah, Swiss franc, Japanese yen. Again, let's look at that one. You know, clearly in an uptrend. Yeah, all of the daily yen pairs are in an uptrend, but you know, do you want to buy that weekly candle? You know, no, I don't. So it's the weekly and the daily are a bit too contradictory for me for the yen pairs at the moment. They're clearly trending on the day chart in an uptrend, but the weekly, you know, the weekly chart keeps bringing price back down. So we'll see this week, guys. Yeah, and that's why I've been staying away from the yen pairs, to be quite frank. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the live stream. I thank you all for joining me, and thanks for all of your questions. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. I hope you have a great rest of your trading day, and I'll see you